I'm here in the greater Salt Lake City area. Actually, I'm in Bluffdale at the moment, and I have a little bit of a sage offering that I'm making. I am making my first site visit here in the greater Salt Lake area. I have a talk tonight to talk about digital slavery, and I wanted to kick it off actually by coming here to the largest data collection center by the NSA, and we're out here next to Camp Williams. I'm going to set down my sage. I went ahead and lit it early on so that you guys didn't have to watch me fumbling with my lighter. But we're here on the highway. You can see there's like a helicopter thing over there, and a lookout house. This is about as close as you can get. There's sort of a danger warning sign over in that spot, and I don't know, maybe can't get any closer than this, but this is just off of Route 68, Camp Williams, and we're I think it's important to come here because we spent $1.5 billion on a series of data center warehouses, and this is the U.S. government. It was exposed later through the Project Prism that the U.S. government was collecting digital communications on U.S. citizens. And this data center here is under the jurisdiction of the National Intelligence Community. Avril Haines was just appointed the head of National Intelligence. And we paid a visit down to the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab earlier this summer, and she was at Event 201, and she was a fellow with this Applied Physics Lab, so looking at social physics and using data analytics as signals intelligence. I'm sorry this is so loud, but I think it's really important for us to see the physical infrastructure. And again, I'm going to pivot it around. Got some sagebrush here and thistle. This center was built between 2014 and 2019. It costs $1.5 billion, and it's meant to hold up to 100 years of digital dust on whomever, right? And so, I'm not going to cross the signs here, but this is what we paid for. These are these data centers. They live in a physical space. They're living here in Bluffdale, Utah. And nobody really knows exactly what these data centers are for besides general storage for the intelligence community. And the more and more I understand about digital twinning, the more I start to think like maybe this data is being collected for other purposes than intelligence. Maybe this is a giant center for data collection for the digital twinning project. And technically they're not supposed to access this data unless you have like a FISA warrant. But I don't know that it's to say you couldn't create a digitally twin society on that data if it wasn't for the purposes of intelligence. I mean, maybe that's what this data is about. It's less about intelligence, or maybe intelligence is a part of it, but the other part is the data aggregation. And it really hit me the other night because I was thinking about blockchain and the fact that MIT has this Enigma program that can query on encrypted data, and just how it all fits together. Because I'm going to be giving my talk tonight. It's going to be in It's going to be just in Silicon Slopes, which is their burgeoning tech sector. It's not far from here. And one of the buildings there is actually Ancestry.com. And we know that Ancestry has been bought by Blackstone, and Blackstone is operating in the impact investment space, in the genomic space. So I'm kind of in this weird space in Greater Salt Lake City where we're looking at data analytics, biotech. The state of Utah has 1,000 companies that are in life sciences, and we have the intelligence community, we have these data centers, and there's a whole lot going on. So I'm grateful for the invitation to come out here and talk, and for my hosts who are being a good spirits at letting me sort of wander around and take pictures of things. A lot of things, again, like people are not aware of that they even exist. people who are local that this is going on, because literally if you were driving down this highway, and I always, when I heard of Bluffdale, I was like, well, this must be in some far away corner of remote area, and it's absolutely not. It's like right in the greater Salt Lake area, right off the highway. But if you didn't know, you would just think that this was like, I don't know, like an Amazon or a Walmart distribution center or something. It's kind of tucked away in these hills, and you wouldn't know. So anyway, I got to get ready for my talk, but I'm just launching it off with Bluffdale. It seems appropriate. I went on a nice little walk with my hosts and their family and dogs in a canyon this morning in the snow. It's snowing here, and I set an intention and left a stone, a beautiful round stone from Cheyenne River Reservation, actually Standing Rock, I think it was, that I had gotten at a lake, and set an intention there and just be grounded on the land, because what we're going up against is this virtualized world. So anyway, just, I'll take a closer with the sage, and again, to do the mantra: we do not consent. Bluffdale Data Center, we do not consent. Mothers of the world, grandmothers of the world, citizens of the world and the cosmos, and on behalf of all of the beings, we do not consent to this diabolical program. You never ask us. You're spending all our money on it, where we really actually need housing for people, and we need food for people, and we need real education for our children, and we need to take care of our planet. And instead, you're virtualizing us and sticking us in a windowless, smoky, awful building center over there. And I will say, I'll share the link to this later, but there's an image I'm using in my thing tonight. If you should look at Bluffdale, Utah Data Center on Google Maps and look at the terrain view, the satellite view, because it looks like a cell or a paramecium. It's actually this weird oval shape with these things in it. It looks like a cell diagram. So check it out. It was designed this way, I think, for a certain reason, and we're not going to be your genetically engineered machines, and we're not going to be your cyborgs, and we refuse, and we're saying no, and we're going to fight you all the way down. So signing off for now. Be well, friends. Thanks for checking in, and hopefully I'll have some more updates later. Bye-bye.